Alright, so this is Phil. It's December 31st, 2022. It's currently 7:20 on the east coast of the United States. And I want to tell you that you might want to turn this sound down or turn this video off if you got kids around, because I might get real vile here talking about the year 2022. So I'm going to give you a second. Maybe you want to turn the sound down, but 2022 was easily the worst year of my life. And if you follow the channel, you know why. I lost my wife on March 11th, 2022, right here where I'm sitting in this chair. There was a bed here. I was holding her hand at 2 o'clock in the morning. It was a Friday. And she gasped 4 times and she died. We've been together for 39 years. We've been married for 32. And she was the finest human being I ever had the honor to live with. I wish that I had told her to come home from her government job and stop fighting it, but boy, she was tough. She was a worker. You know, people talk about women, and I don't understand how people can talk about women and call them weak and call them this and call them that. They're some of the strongest people on the planet. And she was strong as hell. She would fight for her job, to do her job right, and to be proud of the work she did. She would dress herself and be neat, and she was a large woman, but she knew how to dress herself. God, I wish I'd have told her to come home. And on top of that, I wish I'd have told her to not drink Diet Pepsi. Because I am 100% sure that the Diet Pepsi, the aspartame in the Diet Pepsi, helped her get a stroke and helped the stroke not heal. And then at the end of her life, it helped create the blood clots that eventually killed her. Now, at the end of her life, she took 2 Pfizer COVID shots that stopped her intestines from working. She couldn't take a poop without using powerful laxatives. She hadn't been like that. And that created a major strain on her body. Along with us not knowing that aspartame that's in Diet Pepsi creates edema, which is water in the tissues, because what happens is the body tries to wick the aspartame away from the body. The only way it can do that is it puts water in the tissues and it tries to suck the aspartame away from the vital organs, because aspartame is actually a poison. I mean, it's genuinely a poison. It was made by a chemist who was looking for a pesticide. And they found out it was sweet, they found out it was cheap to make, and they found out the most of all thing they love about it, that Diet Pepsi and Diet Coke, that Pepsi and Coke like about it, is it's extremely, extremely addictive. For a while there, they used Splenda sucralose in their Diet Pepsi white label. And what we found out about that was that it was so toxic that it pretty much destroyed Wanda's stomach for a while, and she was coughing up white foam. That was Splenda sucralose. So we went back to aspartame because nobody told us. So I would have preferred to get her away from that damn government job, have her come home, never, ever, ever have her drink those Diet Pepsis or them Diet Cokes. Ever. Never. Don't touch anything with aspartame. Don't touch anything with Splenda sucralose. Maybe she would have got better. Maybe the strain that the chemical was putting on her body would have relaxed and she would have got better. I wish I had done that, but I didn't. So 2022 came around and Wanda had had the 2 Pfizer shots. Her blood clots, she had pains in her legs. The doctor said they were fibromyalgia. We were scared. And when the damn Pfizer shots turned off her intestines, we got real scared. And so we took her in and had her checked out, and she had AFib, which is a irregular heartbeat. And one thing that they say about AFib is you got to go on blood thinners, because what happens in AFib is the uneven beating of the heart creates blood clots, and those blood clots move through the body, and that will kill you. So she went on Pradaxa blood thinner, and she had 2 good days. 2 days where I saw her actually relax, where her legs didn't hurt, where she looked like she was getting better, and I was actually going, thank you, God. And then on the 3rd day, she started bleeding when she pooped, and not bleeding out of her rectum, but there was poop. There was blood around the poop. And we fought that for a couple of days, and finally I told her, I said, honey, you can go to the doctor. And she actually got in the wheelchair. She was wearing this. That was the last blouse she was wearing. This is actually cut off her in the emergency room. And that was the last time she moved on her own. From there, she was in the hospital for a month, and then she went to a rehabilitation center for a month. And then she came home for 2 weeks, and then she passed away. So 2022, since then, I've been sort of freewheeling, dealing with it. And I never had to deal with something like this before. And I'm not a druggie. Something that Wanda had when she grew up was she had an alcoholic father, and she hated alcohol with a passion. So she didn't like me drinking beer around the house or drinking anything else around the house. I never was a liquor drinker. I'm not a druggie. I don't smoke pot. I don't do drugs. I've seen what that can do to good friends of mine, and by a miracle of God, the friends of mine that were addicted to heroin and to crack cocaine, both of them got off of it, and both of them are alive today. I don't know how it happened. I just thank God every day for that. So I don't do drugs. The one thing I did do was I like to go to casinos, because we used to go to casinos. And I indulged that with a passion in 2022 after my wife passed away, because that was... Every time I went up to Charlestown, it reminded me of the trip with her in the car. I have numerous pictures of her in the car. And I mean, that's an excuse. I just wanted to go gambling. I just wanted to blow it out of my mind. And I did. And I blew a lot of money. Now I'm not broke. And I never, I never hurt nobody. And I've come to a realization that I'm sick and tired of losing money. And I mean with everything. Talking about the lottery, Virginia Lottery, which I played for 40 years, and Charlestown for 40 years, and gambling is just a waste of damn time and money. It really is. And the biggest evil of gambling is the thought it puts into your head that if I spend a little more money, I'll get that money back I lost. Because you'll never get it back. And once you drop into that thought process, you are screwed. And all over the United States now, we have this gambling phenomenon going on, where there's Virginia Lottery, there's little skill games in 7-Elevens. I mean, you can't get away from slot machines. They're everywhere. And you just have to make up your mind and say, listen, my money is too damn valuable to do this. And I mean, the house is literally almost like when my wife died. So that's got to change. I've made some changes, but 2023 is coming, and I want to thank the good Lord for getting me through 2022. But this is what I got for 2022 right there. 2022 can kiss my goddamn ass. I fucking hate you, 2022. And when we move into 2023, I will embrace 2023 with all my heart. And I will walk away from 2022 nice and slowly, and I will not look back. I will remember my wonderful wife and the blessings of God devoid of 2022. And if you've had a good 2022, I'm very ecstatic and happy for you, and I want you to remember it. But for me, this was the worst year of my life, bar none. I don't need your sympathy, because every one of you is going to go through this. If you have someone you love. And what I would tell you is, first off, if you have a loved one who's sick, please go get power of attorney right now, so that you can make health decisions for them when they get sick. Because what will happen is you will get in a situation where doctors will want to make money off of your loved one, and they will be the ones making the decisions, not you. And I got very blessed, because all through my wife's situation, I only faced that situation like once, I think. And God intervened, and man, it just went so fast. That's one thing I will say. One thing I can, I'm 63. I turned 63 yesterday. And I expect to live. I'm going to shoot for living another 63 years. I just saw a YouTube video about a black guy, a wonderful black man that lived until he was like 126. He was driving when he was 109. He was smoking his cigar. He was a great guy. So the ability to live a good long life is there, and I'm just looking forward to 2023. I'm not putting any more money into gambling. I'm done with that. And I'm just looking forward to getting back to work and getting this house emptied out and getting things situated so the next 63 years is a good time, and that I can spread a little bit of joy in the world, and maybe we can enjoy it some, without the necessity to lose ridiculous amounts of money. I hope you have a great New Year's. I hope you're safe. You stay home, stay with your friends, don't go driving, and I hope that 2023 is the best year that all of us have ever had. I hope so. 2022, goodbye. I won't miss you. Let's move into 2023 with a great attitude and a forward look, and leaving behind the things that tried to destroy us, and grateful for those who got us this far. And thank you for watching this channel. God bless you, and I hope you and your family are well. God bless you.